Hello and welcome to the Season 7 CCRS finale. In the booth with me tonight I got Duel,
Hello.
and we got three drivers contending for the title here tonight. Two of them coming up here leading with the tie of Gino Bononi, Landon Lyle, and then Victor Delgado the third, just 3 points back entering this race.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be one of those championship deciders. Three cars in contention tonight. Two of them pretty much entering on equal footing. Victor a little bit further behind in this picture, but it is going to be one hell of a race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for tonight's race. 80 laps is the distance for tonight so far. 11 cars have set lap times on the grid, which means points are going to be few and far between. So, especially for someone like Victor, yes, 3 points back doesn't seem like a lot, but he's going to need every single one of them if he wants to walk home champion tonight. So, definitely going to be an interesting race here for CCRS.
Yeah, now last week the race to Pocono was an absolute masterclass from Gino Bononi to put himself in this current points position uh, entering this race. So he's fresh off of some success. So we'll see if he can rebound and keep that going tonight.
Yeah, so
For sure.
far so good for him right now. 7 minutes left in practice. He tops charts with a 29.139. So that's putting him right now in a good position coming into qualifying to see if he can get that 24 on pole for tonight's championship decider. He's got 2 wins on the season, 6 top 5s, 10 top 10s. What can that 24 card do tonight to lock in a championship? Similar case tonight for Landon Lyle. He is tied with Gino Bononi on the points. He sits only fourth in practice at the moment on that number 87 Chevrolet. So he's got a little bit more work to do. He's going to hope that they can get that qualifying trim up to spec for tonight. He's got, where is it there? I've already fumbled this. Two
That's alright.
wins. He's also got 2 wins like Gino Bononi, 8 top 5s, 8 top 10s. However, and then then I guess what you could call the dark horse for tonight, the number 52 of Victor Delgado III, right behind Gino Bononi, second on the times, only 5 100ths off of fastest in practice. Also, 2 wins on the season, 7 top 5s, 11 top 10s. One more start than Bononi, 2 more starts than Lyle. So Victor has the more consistent pace of the three, but speed-wise, it's going to be quite a challenge for that number 52 car tonight. But we'll see what Victor Delgado III can do. Take a quick look through the rest of the field. We already talked about first, second, and fourth. Well, what about third? That would be Joshua Clements in the number 92 car, currently not on track, but he sits third in practice with a 29.204. Now we'll look at fifth on back. Right now running fifth place in practice goes to Cole Rodriguez in the back tonight. Chevrolet currently has started up a new hot lap, see if he can improve his time here on practice, get as much laps as he can before we switch over to qualifying. P6 right now in practice is the Ford of Thomas Troxel and the number 10 Sitgo. I think he might be a threat maybe in the race tonight, but it's going to be definitely a strategy-based one for him. I don't think he's going to be one of the faster cars today. I think most people after this list keep an eye out for if something weird happens in the race. It is 80 laps, anything can happen. Caution falls at the right time. Could be an interesting race for for anyone here 6 and below, such as Crystal Bennett right now, 7th in practice with a 29.335 in the 84 Interstate Batteries Chevrolet. Brandon Beal P8 in the Jet Blue 37. Running P9, Garson Muyoung. Is like it could mathematically is in the points tonight. Probably won't walk out of here that champion. Right now it's showing him as 12 points behind the points leaders, but that is not including the drop races that CCRS have. So he's going to need to pretty much max out the points today, with the other three finishing toward the back. Not sure how likely that is for Garson Young, but keep that in the back of your heads. He's right now 9th in practice. Rounding out the top 10 is Cameron Jamison in the, I think that's a Pontiac. Is that a Pontiac? What the fuck? We're not
It's
going to
a
worry about it.
Ford.
It's a Ford,
Jamison's a
goddammit.
Ford.
In that pedigree number 13, TalhaDevYT, he's just gotten in. We'll see what lap he can set here in a minute. And then rounding out the field in practice so far is the 97 of Sam Slorsky. I'm going to butcher that name probably 3 times or more during this race. I apologize in advance. That is your field for tonight, still pending. Some cars might show up here last minute, considering Talha just now got his game working. But yeah, 3 minutes until qualifying. That is the field for tonight.
Yeah, and one thing to note there with Talha, he's ran a few races here, hasn't really shown anything too flashy in terms of his results, but he's going to be at a bit of a deficit not having as much practice as these guys, and very potential that he might not get any practice here as we're really coming close to the end of the session. So we'll have to see where that puts him.
Yeah, a couple cars already. Landon Lyle started doing some pit road practice in that number 87. Normally you'd save that for happy hour, but Lyle must feel like he's got a good car. Yes, he does. That most recent lap for him jumped him up to the top of the board with a 29.104. So all 4 of the mathematical championship contenders are 1 through 4. As I was going, they've all jumped up to that since I was going through that list. Benoni and Lyle, they're tied on the points right now. They are first and second respectively. Garson Young mathematically is in it, but is the long shot from that is third. Moved himself out of third. Victor, meanwhile, has slid back to fourth. So those are the 4 cars that have a shot at the title tonight, and all 4 of them bringing the best they can so far. It's only practice. We've still got qualifying and then 80 laps of racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway to go. But that's giving you a rough idea of where this is. And for this car, at least, bring out what you got. You might as well, because it's going to be the last CCRS race with the Cup 98 mod. They're moving on to a new one for next season, although it has not yet been announced what they're going to run, so that is a to be determined on that. But for this car specifically, this is going to be their last running of it, at least for now, in CCRS. We'll see if they ever go back to it in the future. You never know.
And one thing to note, like you said, this is going to be a long race, 80 laps. You got 33 laps in the tank. Expecting to pit twice if this stays green. And even if we get cautions, they probably put it under caution. But green flag stops if we stay green, probably 2 of those. And like you said, the long race, you're not gonna can't just put all your eggs in one basket, hot lap the entire time. Even though some of these guys probably find a way to make it work. But regardless, yeah, I mean Victor, obviously not the fastest guy on the track right now, but he's not out of contention yet. He's still here. He's still putting himself in position, and depending on how that green flag run goes, he may still have a shot at it towards the end of this race.
Yeah, my pick for both the race win and potentially champion tonight, I'm going to go with Gino Benoni on this one. He's been in this position before. He won last season in Season 6. Already is showing that he's got the car to win it tonight based on practice alone. Did win 1 week ago at Pocono. If anyone has momentum, it is that 24 car coming into tonight.
Yeah, in all honesty, I think I'd probably go with the same guy. Lyle's quick, but I just think Gino he's a little bit more in position to put himself in the right place. I think he has the right abilities to do that.
It's only 12 races for the CCRS Championship, and in terms of this track specifically, only best tracks that we can really compare to is Atlanta that opened the season back in July. That was won by Jonathan Solos, however. He's not in contending to. In terms of Benoni, he's got 2 wins on the season at Pocono and Daytona. Victor's 2 come at Madrid and Bridgehampton, and Lyle's 2 come at Bristol and Dover. So all 3 of these main drivers, at least close to it in the title, all kind of are definitely spread out in terms of where their wins are at, and none of them really have a race win this season out of track, kind of similar to Charlotte, let alone Charlotte itself, of course. So there's definitely a lot of unknowns coming in that. Garson, also, who's technically in it, but mathematically out his 1 win of the season, was back at Indianapolis. So yeah, a lot of these guys are kind of. It's been the first time that we've been to a mile and a half, literally since the season opener in Atlanta. So A lot of these guys kind of maybe diving into this blind, but as we go on to qualifying, we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, you got to remember every point counts, and depending on who gets pole here, that's going to really shake up uh, who's going to have an advantage coming into this race.
How many points? How many points are they award for pole again?
1.
Ah.
Hey, every point counts, man. Like, he got tied for the points lead, and he was only 3 points back to third.
It's most laps led is 1 bonus point, and then pole is 1 bonus point. Okay, I see.
First laps are in. Gino Bononi currently with the provisional pole.
Not a good opening lap by Victor. That was a whole second off of the rest of the field. Let's see what he can do here on the second lap. See if he can recover that potentially. Talha is still having technical issues. He's gotten back out and back in again. So he didn't set any practice times. Still struggling to get that thing under control here in halfway through qualifying. So it might be end of the line for Talha for the race. At least we'll see what he can do to get this to get on the field at all at this rate.
Has Lyle set a lap yet?
He has not.
That's interesting to note.
Well, 10 seconds left in qualifying. I don't think anyone's going to set another lap here. This might be our results. And yes, it is. No lap set by Landon Lyle, Tal Aziz, or Sam Slolorski. They'll start at the back. But it's Gino Bononi on pole. That gives him the lead, breaks the tie for now. He'll start this race 1 point ahead of Landon Lyle for tonight. Joshua Clements starting P2. Garcia gets P3. Thomas Troxel P4. Cole Rodriguez will round out our top 5. Brandon Beal comes home P6 in qualifying. It's Crystal Bennett P7. Cam Jam P8. And Victor Delgado III, he's already 3 behind entering this round. Not exactly the qualifying that he needed here. Make that -4 after Bononi's extra point for pole. He'll be starting this race in 9th, so he's gonna have to climb his way through the top 10 here to get back up toward the front. And then, as already mentioned, Lyle and Talha and Sam, they did not set lap times. They will start at the back. So as we go here through happy hour, a quick 5-minute session, go get one last warm-up in before we go racing, get out there. Best thing to do in happy hour is practice that pit entry, especially at some tracks. It's a lot harder than others. Charlotte's kind of in the middle to make it work, but you can really be using to make a mistake. More crucially for Talha right now, these 5 minutes are the only practice time he's going to get, so he's got to maximize the most out of this while he has it.
Yeah, so far he has at least some knowledge of it, so he's not going to be in too much trouble.
And we'll see how that entails for the number 20 Pontiac for now, as we are 3.5 minutes from race time. I am out of things to say.
Well, once we get these 3 minutes done and passed, we got about 80 laps for racing. The question is are we going to stay green? From what we've seen in this league in the past, almost every race of the season goes completely green. We'll see if that happens again tonight. Charlotte, I don't know.
I'd put money on 2 cautions.
Yeah, because Charlotte is, I'm not saying it's a more difficult track, if anything I feel like it's more easy, but it's one of those tracks you'd usually think of, oh yeah, there's going to be at least like 2 or 3 cautions, even if it is like, IFAR or CCRS leagues that every given week you have a really high shot at getting a caution-free race.
They were kind of sliding a little bit there out of 2. That might be a problem area for some.
Yeah. Like, as much as these guys are trusted to be good with their abilities, sometimes they make mistakes, and gotta remember, nobody's perfect. That's going to be interesting to note for tonight.
Well, we shall see. 2 minutes until race time. Clements fastest in happy hour, although that really doesn't matter, let's be honest. Considering most of the field is doing their pit road practice right now. Garson, Clements, Benoni on there right now. Cameron Jamison in the pits. Victor Delgado, Thomas Truxell. Thomas Truxell has decided, fuck the pit road speed limit. That shit is cringe, and he will not support that. And he has
Oh!
committed genocide.
Oh my gosh! Josh just got slimed! And Garson! Alright! And he's driving off like nothing happened. He doesn't even have any damage.
That's happy hour for you.
Alright. Just glad no one got thrown into the what did I say flame? The grandstands. Guess I was trying to say flag stand. Oh well. Oh! He spun!
Trouble.
Yeah, he tried doing a pit road entry again, but this time he straight up spun out. Yeah, we got 80 laps, and 33 laps on that tank. It opens the door for some strategy. I'm really curious to see where these guys play with that. I honestly think that in their first run, I'm probably expecting to see them go the full 32, 30, 31, 32 laps. Heck, maybe even go the full 40. And he spun again!
Bro.
Oh, he is struggling. But yeah, I digress. Strategy's gonna be spicy.
Like I said, caution can fall at the right time, and you'll see the order pretty much flip on its head. But that is entirely dependent on if a caution even falls here. Aside from that, it's basically do the best you can on pit road.
Race time. Rules for the race are that it takes a multi-car wreck to bring out a caution. Good luck.
I'm sold. See, usually NARL...
Short, fast, and to the point.
Yeah, usually NARL's like, don't do this, don't do that, please stop wrecking, there's only one restart attempt. And then here it's just like, everybody already knows that, and it's like, alright, this is the race, we got this going on, let's go racing.
Don't die, good luck.
Don't die, good luck, there you go.
Clements has asked if he wrecks all three championship contenders, does he win the lottery?
Well, I gotta buy a lottery ticket first.
Go gambling.
Exactly.
Never stop gambling. 99% of gamblers quit before they win $1 gazillion.
Drivers, start your engines!
Alright, well, given if they have a restart or not, this will be the last time we'll be going green from the initial start of the race for Season 7. 7 seasons, man.
Pace car rolls off. You got Gino Manoni in that red number 24 on the inside. Joshua Clements in the white and blue 92 on the outside. 80 laps is what is in store for today. 3 cars have a shot to walk home a CCRS champion. Benoni already has one. Lyle and Victor are looking for their first, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. But as we come here through the front straightaway, we are green. We are underway at Charlotte. And it's already not a good start there by Gino Benoni. The 24 got off to a slow start, and it's Joshua Clements who leaps out ahead into the lead into turn number 1. Overall, though, clean start by the field here at the Charlotte out of turn number 2. Truxell gets a piece of the wall, manages to hold on, however. Couple of side-by-side actions. Cole Rodriguez going to the outside of that number 10 car here through 3 and 4. See if you get that run on the top side. No, we cannot. Truxell's going to be able to shut the door on him. And that lap is all smooth and clean. This is officially the last race of Season 7. No restarts needed.
Yeah, now it's time to figure out, alright, where am I going to put myself for the long run?
And you'll see some jockeying for position here for the first few laps before everyone gets kind of nestled in. Now, TalhaDevYT in the back trying to work on the 87 of Landon Lyle. Both those cars did not set a time in qualifying, they're starting from the rear. Some of them have already gained up positions on Crystal Bennett and Sam Sozolski. Further back, though, another car of interest is Victor Delgado III, qualified in 9th. Not a good qualifying for him, trying to get a championship. Only gained 1 position so far in P8, and has Landon Lyle braving down the back of him. But he's going to go here to the inside of Cameron Jamison, down the back straightaway into turn number 3, side by side for P number 7. As they come out of the corner there, he's going to clear the 13 and take that position away. Another position for that 52 car in the championship fight. Same time, though, we saw the 91 and the 10 fighting for 4th there. Troxel, yet again, able to hold off. Cole has the speed to get around that 10 car, but Troxel's been doing a really good job here in these opening laps, defending against that 91. A little bit of contact there down the back straightaway, bumper to bumper. But Troxel still not relinquishing that bottom to that 91 car, and that's keeping him there in the top 4. Right now, Gino Manoni, your pole sitter, he lost the lead pretty much off the start of the race, but he's currently still holds 2nd place right now, and considering where his championship rivals are, I don't think he minds that really much right now. As long as he stays up there and the others still struggle at the back, that's going to put him in the perfect spot to come home with a back-to-back CCRS championship. Landon Lyle, meanwhile, trying to get those positions back that he lost in qualifying, side by side with Brandon Beal, gets that job done, goes up into 7th. We'll gain 2 positions that lap, both on Cameron Jamison and Brandon Beal there. Victor Delgado III is caught up to the back of the 91 and 70. They've all joined a 3-car fight against Thomas Troxel, who is still defending like mad on that bottom line. He does not want anyone to get to the inside of him, and he's proven that right now as he's trying to hold off both the 70, 91, and we're about to add the 52 of Victor Delgado III to that list as well as we take lap 7.
Yeah, and one thing to note, Gino Boni having that higher qualifying spot doesn't have to cook up much of his tires to get around anybody because, well, he started up front, whereas his competition, the 52 and the 87, they're having to cook their tires to catch up and make some positions. That's a disadvantage for his first run.
Yeah, and even then, Benoni still decided he wanted some of that clean air. He takes the lead away from Joshua Clements, and he's going to lead his first lap of the day right here as we take lap number 8. Meanwhile, back to the battle for what is now 3rd. That is a 4-car melee up here between Troxel, Muya, Rodriguez, and Victor. All of them want to get around that 10 car, but it's just not happening right now. Troxel's placing his car in a really well position here on the back straightaway, right below that top white line, making it that much more difficult if you want to get to his inside into turn number 3, because you have to really send it in there if you're planning on doing such a thing. Victor's already tried to play the conservative route. He's started to back off of that potential fight. Garson, on the other hand, still firmly nestled on the back bumper of Thomas Troxel. They're actually starting to catch the 92 of Joshua Clements here. We'll see how that goes in. Troxel again taps the wall. 92 goes all the way down there with him. Garson's going to go to the outside, side by side for 3rd place. The 70 and the 10. Ford versus Pontiac through 3 and 4, still side by side. And they're going to stay side by side as they cross front straight away. I think, nope, Troxel had that lap on 3rd, but this battle is not over yet. Neither car, they're doing a good job right now, leaving each other space here. But with knowing how much that 10 slides up on exit, there he goes, gets sideways, and Garson takes the spot away. That's actually going to cost a lot of positions there for Thomas Troxel. Now side by side with the 52. Almost made contact there out of 4, but he's going to still hold that spot for now. This is the battle for 5th. Victor on the outside, Troxel on the inside. Troxel backs off, relinquishes the position. I noticed that being a big problem with that 10 car through these first 11 laps. He's really getting tight there on the exit of 2, and tapped the wall a couple times now. I think Garson being on his outside, he had to back off there to avoid any potential contacts.
Well, thankfully, nothing like that happened. He did get loose that one last time there. That's what cost him all them spots. Had that lower exit, but hold on to it so far.
Yeah, Victor right now on the offensive of the 91. He goes to his outside. He'll be side by side. Gets the move done down the back straightaway, and Victor Delgado III has found the top 4. quietly working behind him right now. There's going to take P6 once this lap is complete. And then Lyle has slowly been working methodically behind Victor here as well. Right now, the championship still stands, though, with Benoni out front. Might have the shot take the most laps led points as well. It pretty much is in the 24's hands, but with a little over 60 laps to go, still can't quite tell just yet. We're still quite a ways away from our first pit stops, so I think once we get those first round of stops underway, we'll get a good idea of who is really running where. But right now, this midfield from like around 3rd to 6th has definitely been quite a fun battle to watch. Right now, as Victor is trying to see what he can do on the 70. But yeah, remember, Garson mathematically is still in this points battle. He does need the other 3 to pretty much have the worst day imaginable of him maximizing out the points. He already failed to do that by missing out on pole. And right now, as Benoni continues to lead to knock down laps here, that most laps led award is going to go a little harder and harder to get. But right now, Garson's still doing what he can, defending against that 52, who's right there on his back bumper. Victor's going to slide up a little, see if he gets to the outside. Garson's going to shut the door on him. Victor actually makes a little bit of contact with the wall there. And I think, however, not enough to have the 91 to be able to gain a constitutional run on him. Victor will be able to hold that 4th position for now.
Yeah, it's just been a management of your stuff right now. I don't know who's pushing, who's saving. I don't know if we're seeing a lot of... There's just so much balance going on between how these guys are managing or pushing their resources right now. I don't really know where it's going to end up right now, but come around 16 laps from now, I think we're going to start seeing some pit stops and where these tires fall off, or if these guys lose positions. We'll just have to see where it all evens out.
Problems for TalhaDevYT, 17 laps in. That might be his day done. He's pulled off into the grass, and I think that's going to be him, off the track. A day done early for the 20 car.
Yeah, technical difficulties. First retiree of the night, and then there was 11.
And I think we've finally gotten to the point where things have started to calm down here, especially in the midfield. They're all still really close together, but no moves are really being made. Victor is kind of nestled in behind Garson. Lyle, I think, still wants to get around that 91, but there's no real path to that right now. It's pretty much just stay in line, see what you got. And as I say that, Victor dives down to the inside, tries to get to the bottom of Garson. Garson's able to defend on that, as Garson will stay ahead in 3rd. That actually has now caught and allowed the 91 to get to the back bumper as Victor. Never mind, he's hit the wall. He's going to lose some time. That's going to allow Landon and Lyle to get to that bottom side by side in turn number 1. What can Cole Rodriguez do on that top side? Not much. He's going to back off. And Landon Lyle moves up into 5th place. So right as I said that we had a quick moment to calm down, they immediately started going at it again. So I have no idea what to think anymore.
Yeah, I think it just depends on what opportunities present themselves at certain times.
Yeah, Victor saw an opportunity, went for it, but Garson was able to defend on that. So now, what that has allowed to happen is now you have Landon Lyle and Victor Delgado III bumper to bumper with each other, and both of these cars are in that championship fight. Both of them want to get up there to Gino Benoni, but Garson right now also mathematically in that wants to stay ahead of them as well, and he's doing what he can right now. Hold on to 3rd. Victor gets a piece of the wall, however. Lyle swerves a little bit to get there to avoid, but that's going to allow him to get to that inside. Battle for 4th right now in turn numbers 1 and 2. Lyle on the bottom, Victor on the top side. Got to stay side by side down here on the back straightaway. 91's going to give that 52 a little bit of a push meanwhile. But I think Victor's got the door shut. He's got the position.
I'll go through this exit here.
Never mind. Here comes Lyle back at him again, and he's actually going to clear him down the front straightaway. I think Cole Rodriguez is going to try to get this position too.
Oh.
And yes, he does. Victor's having some issues, though. Had some warping there. I think I saw some damage. Oh, and the wall definitely now has damage to that passenger side of the car. So early issues for one of the 3 championship contenders, Victor Delgado III. tough right side damage. And he's lost 2 spots here on just 1 lap.
Yeah, he's gonna have a hole he's gonna have to dig himself out of as this race goes on.
Yeah, right now I think it's his best option to just save the stuff that he has before anything gets worse on that. And now that is allowed Landon Lyle to go on the offensive with Garson Muyoung. Looks to the inside here down the back straightaway. It's going to be side by side in turn number 3. And I think Lyle might even have the job done here out of corner exit. You know how much Garson's been able to defend that, but Lyle gets the job done. Into the top 3 goes that 87. Has gone from pretty much the back of the pack, did not settle time in qualifying, and now he finds himself 3rd after 24 laps.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Garson didn't put up more of a fight there than what he did.
Update on Victor: bad has turned to worse. He's had to come in and I think has made an early pit stop here. So yeah, problems with that 52. Got some pretty good piece of the wall there. So now he's definitely going to be having to dig himself out of a hole as Garson retakes 3rd.
Yeah, Lyle hit the wall off of 2. Reopened that position. He even lost position to Colrad there.
You know, that fight there, like around that 3rd to 6th region today, has definitely been the more aggressive racing that we have seen so far. Up at the front, it's been pretty much it was Clements for about the first 7 or 8 laps, and then since then it has been all Gino Bononi. But right now they're in that just a couple positions behind them. It has been quite the show to watch.
Yeah, so far just now past lap 26. And pit stops are going to be starting here soon, and I don't think Victor's all that much of a deficit. He's taking the undercut. Where it's going to put him on the long run, he's going to be at a disadvantage, but track position-wise, I'm curious to see where he's going to end up out for all this strategy said and done.
And we will definitely have to wait and see on that one right now. I don't want to jinx myself because I think they'll start going at it the second I say it, but I think we finally might have gotten things calmed down a little bit. 1st and 2nd, it pretty much gapped 3rd by a reasonable amount, and now there's some space between them. You still got the 91 and 87. Whoa! Landon Lyle wanted to get to the inside there of the 91, but did not make it work. Had to check up there last second. Now him and Garson are going to come down pit road here on lap 28. So time for pit stops.
Yep, pitting a little earlier. I was thinking they were going to push it a little longer, that way they could push a little longer.
I saw that move there where Rodriguez put the block on Lyle. I thought they were still going to go at it, but Lyle, I guess, was going to go down to the inside and get ready for pit road, and the 91 was like, not my inside, thank you very much.
Yeah, he's pitting now, along with Beal, Troxel. Actually, that's not Troxel, that is Gino.
Yeah, Gino's in, Rodriguez,
and Troxel
Beal.
is spinning.
Troxel's coming in as well, a little bit more flamboyantly, that is.
Well, I guess the spins he had in practice.
Small smack with the pit wall, otherwise nothing to worry about there. Clements has stayed out. Bennett has stayed out, so those two are going to try and unlock some laps here. Everyone else in pit road as we speak. Or was.
Yeah, Clements now on pit road.
And so Clements goes into the pits. That will give the leads to the 84 of Crystal Bennett. She might lead. It might just be this 1 lap and 1 lap alone. And Victor Delgado III is going to take this opportunity to get himself back on the lead lap, hopefully. Yes, he does. He comes out P8.
Yeah, I don't think he got the... He might have...
If he can get around Benoni here, he'll have it. And yes, he does. He gets around the 24. But just barely. So that will put him on the lead lap once this pit cycle is complete. However, I think that's going to be the problem of him barely being on the lead lap. We'll have to see how they cycle out here. Crystal Bennett still has not come into the pits. You got Clements coming out now. I don't think he's going to come out ahead of the 52 and 84. Close. Oh, yep, nope. They're going to blow right by him there. Almost got it. He'll have to settle 3rd behind those two. As finally, Sam Zolski's already in his pit stalls. Crystal Bennett comes in, and that will relinquish the lead. Everyone's got to come around one more time. And actually, now that I look at this, I was wrong about Victor barely being on the lead lap. Once they do this lap, he will be the leader unless Benoni can get around him right here. This fight here between the 24 and 52 will be for the lead once they cycle around.
One thing to note, Josh, had that bigger lead, pitted later, so he's got a slight tire advantage here by a couple laps.
And as we come back around, Crystal Bennett still in pit road. Gino Benoni, your new race leader, right back where he was when the pit cycle started. Victor Delgado third, that stop early that you mentioned, that's definitely worked out for him. He is now second in line. Landon Lyle fourth at the moment. And then Garson back in sixth. Side by side for second. Contact is made. Around goes the 92. He's able to save it, however. That could have been a big incident right there. Good save by both the 52 and 92. But that's going to cost them both a ton of positions.
Let's get a live replay, or get a replay on that real quick. Looks like a 92 just hit the apron. 52 got put in the wall, and they kept it straight, but they're going to lose some time, especially Josh with having that higher tire advantage. He is going to have to reel himself back into this fight. And Victor,
that was a great save there by the 92 to keep that car from going around, because if they went, especially where they were in the field, that could have been potentially a big incident there. But they both are able to hold on to it, and we stay green for down.
They still have to pit one more time. This thing ain't over.
And like I said, a caution falls at the right time. That could kind of mix things up a little bit. If a caution fell at the right spot for Crystal, that would have had her a whole lap on the field. But the caution did not fall. We cycled through, and Benoni is back out in front. Lyle second, Cole Rodriguez third. Cole Rodriguez has had quietly a very interesting night. He's been around all the chaos that's happening, but he hasn't exactly been part of the chaos himself. He's just kind of been right there, witness to it, and so far it's been playing out the way he's wanted. He's found himself in the top three here, as he's got Victor Delgado third and Garson Young trying to catch up to him from behind.
Yeah, and he's just been holding consistent, nothing flashy, just doing what he needs to stay in contention.
Yeah, we're about 5 laps or 6 laps from halfway right now. Fastest lap of the day goes to Victor Delgado third with a 29.253. Benoni is actually third in the fastest lap category, but I guess it really doesn't matter if you're leading pretty much all of the laps.
Yeah, and again, there's no fastest lap bonus either. Gino, he might lock up the bonuses as Lyle hits the wall trying to push to catch him, trying to stop that from happening.
Yeah, not Clement. I don't keep saying Clement today, bruh. Benoni has led all of about 10 laps so far today. So once we get halfway, he would have led roughly 30 of the 40. So if anyone wants to get that most laps led award taken from the 24, they pretty much have to lead from halfway on. That requires to catch and overtake Benoni within that time frame, though, which Lyle's trying to do right now. Last lap for Benoni was a 29.7. Also a 29.7 for Lyle. He was only 1/100th of a second faster. But they're pretty much equal on times right now. He's got to push a little bit harder to catch that 24. But depending on how you want to make this last pit stop, that might not be the thing you're wanting to do right now. We've definitely entered the calm stage of the race. Everyone's all nice and spread out. Take a breather, just log some laps, figure out what you want to do on that next pit cycle.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the name of the game. Do you want pit early? Do you want pit later? We've seen Gino kind of split in the middle. And again, from the lead, had that track position advantage coming into pit road. So far, working out for him. Lyle also pitting a little bit, I think a lap later than Gino did, if I'm not mistaken. And he's not really gained a whole bunch of time on him. Now, granted, he has gained track position on him, but right now, not really gaining a lot of time. Colruyt also split the middle, and then we've seen Victor, who pit a little earlier, already having quite a bit of fall off, and he's got to log a few more laps to make this work out for him. Not to mention, he can't pit as later if these guys want to pit later, because he pit earlier. So we'll see where that puts him.
Yeah, Victor was the that call for him to pit early did work out there. He did line up second after the pit cycle. But that contact with Clements pretty much washed away whatever benefit he had. He is still in the top 5 right now, but definitely not exactly the way he wanted to go. Update on Clements, meanwhile, he has retired from the race, so that leaves just 10 cars left.
Wow. Well, if you're still in the race, you're guaranteed a top 10. Congratulations.
We are officially halfway through this race as we are on lap 42. So technically we hit it about 2 laps ago, but don't worry about that. Benoni is still out in front. Landon Lyle 7/10 behind in second. Cole Rodriguez running in third. Garson Young fourth. Victor Delgado the third in fifth. Brandon Beal P6. Cameron Jamison was P7. Crystal Bennett's overtaking them for seventh. Oh, and as I say that.
Oh yeah, they were battling off before. I was looking at it while you were talking about the leader. Whew, boy, these two were battling there for a second.
They were going out for a second. Alright, so now it's Cameron Jameson back at 7th, Crystal to 8th, Thomas Truxell to 9th, and Sam Swarovski back in 10th. He's had a pretty quiet day so far. Not been a quick one, but he has kept that car nice and clean. So far so good for that 97.
Yeah, that's something I've seen from him almost every race I've seen him do. He's never really that quick, but you know, despite his lack of pace, he's really not. You never really see him getting into any incidents. So very clean driver.
All right, now 5/100ths of a second has actually been lost between Lyle and Benoni. So Benoni is lapping faster than that number 87 right now. I think we're starting to enter the point where the window for most laps led has pretty much gone by the wayside. So I think we can award that to Gino Benoni as well. That would increase the gap to 2 points, not including finishing position right now, which as it stands right now, Benoni would walk out of here your race winner. In terms of points, though, is pretty much 1 point per position. So with those 2 bonus points going to Benoni, if Lyle were to overtake Benoni and win this race, he would have to finish. Benoni would have to finish 4th or worse for Lyle to get this win, to get this championship. If Benoni were to finish 3rd, that would actually result in a tie, and I don't know how they would process that, considering they have the same amount of wins, although I guess Lyle winning the race would be the tiebreaker.
That'd be my assumption. But we'll just have to see where that ends up.
Right now it's going backwards for Landon Lyle as Cole Rodriguez has made the move up in a second, so that drops him down to 3rd.
Yeah, I think Lyle's trying to push his stuff too much, trying to catch Gino, whereas Gino already had that track position locked up already.
Yeah, so I think for most of these guys right now, it's just up to really that last pit stop. That's really the best thing you can do here. Be careful, don't mess up the car much more than you already have, and start planning for what you can do there. We saw Victor already. I think Victor's already shown his hand with that first stop, pitting as early as he did. Especially with how long you'd have to run this to do it again. Don't think that's really feasible for him. I don't see what path Victor has here for the championship at this rate. Lyle might be able to pull off something interesting here. We'll have to wait and see. It's pretty much now just between Lyle and Benoni for the title. Victor and Garson both are going to have them both have probably the worst luck in history if they want to have a shot at this title run. So those are the 2 cars that we're now looking at.
And I think we're about to approach 30 to go. I think really that's where the window opens. That is the earliest you can pit. That's the latest you can pit. I don't exactly.
Victor's first run was about 22 laps, so we started the rest of the field coming in around 27. So
yeah, so they could.
You can do it, but you're definitely going to be pretty much pushing it all the way to the end here. Some of these guys might. Never mind. I was going to say some of these guys might try and go a little bit longer to have better tires. As I say that, Brandon Beal is the first one in at exactly 30 to go.
Yeah, and Brandon, he's taking that gamble. He's he'll have enough fuel for the end here. Is just he's going to have that track position at the beginning of this run. It just depends on how much he pushes to keep that track position where it all formulates. I don't think we might see another situation with what happened to Victor potentially. So we'll see where this ends up for Beal.
It's definitely an interesting gamble. He's kind of been sitting back in 6th for pretty much all race long. It'll either get him up at the front or send him back to where he was before. So nothing really much to lose there. As Landon Lyle, the number 87, in the pit road, first of the championship contenders to make a stop.
Yeah, he's going for the undercut as well. And one thing to note, if you were out of the draft like Beal was, and there's not much of a draft going on, but if you can get that undercut, you get that sniff, it'll actually kind of help you out a little bit with track positions. So we'll see where it all formulates for the 37 and 87.
Benoni is going to continue to stay out for now. I don't think we have any takers coming in right now. No, we have Victor Dikant the third coming into the pit lane. He's going to come in here on lap 53, right as Landon Lyle comes out. Through 3 and 4 here yet again. Now Benoni is going to come in about 2 laps after Lyle. We'll see what that undercut can do for the 87. Cole Rodriguez comes in well, a little bit quick. Don't know if that'll be a speeding penalty or not. Garson, meanwhile, he'll stay out. He will get the lead for now. Here comes Lyle through the first time around. That'll put him back on the lead lap once this cycles out. Now I'll have to see where he'll line up in relation to when Benoni comes out. Cameron Jamison into the pits in that number 13. And Garson Muyung in the 70, your race leader. He's going to come in now. So at least up at the front, running at the front, that'll cycle things out. Out of turn 4 comes the 87 of Landon Lyle as Benoni exits the pit lane. So can Lyle catch up and pass Benoni before he gets up to speed? Lyle enters 1, Benoni halfway through 2 right now. Both of them are going to meet on the back straightaway, and Landon Lyle takes the lead away. Benoni is going to come out in 2nd.
And one thing to note here, Lyle actually gained quite a bit of time through that.
I'd say it's going to be about 4 seconds worth here once they come across the line.
Yeah, and I don't think Gino really wanted to pit that early, but I think these other guys kind of forced his hand with their strategy. He didn't want to end up losing too much time because he knows these guys know how to save. But Gino has those 2 laps fresher tires. We'll have to see where this formulates.
We'll see where they line up right now. Crystal still has yet to make her stop. That will complete the cycle. But right now, if this is how the race ends, it still will not be enough for Lyle here. You gotta remember that, especially with those extra 10 laps before we had the pit cycle. Benoni has locked up most laps led. That's another bonus point for him right now. So that would put him 2 ahead right now. And if we include the positions they're running right now, that would mean Benoni wins by 1 point. So right now, Lyle would need to have Benoni drop 1 more position to make it a tie. Him winning the race would be the tiebreaker, I'd assume. To guarantee it fully, he needed him to drop 2 positions. So it's not over yet for Lyle. Not only does he have to retain this spot to win the championship, he's going to have the 24 of Benoni to drop back just 1 position more. Considering the very next car that would do that is Cole Rodriguez, almost a full corner behind. That doesn't really seem that likely right now, as that 24 is catching the 87.
Yeah, Gino pushing his stuff now. We've seen Lyle doing that last run. We'll have to see what works out better for these 2 here. Oh, he's already going for it. Oh, wow.
He's going for it now. This is the fight currently for 2nd, but it will cycle out to the race lead once the 84 of Crystal Bennett pits side by side through 3 and 4. Almost, they got a little close there. No contact out of the corner yet. Still side by side. Lyle got that lap, but I think Benoni's going to have it here once they come out of this corner.
Yeah, Gino making
Not
sure to give
quite.
a
They're
lot
not
of
done
room.
yet. Yeah, they're racing hard but respectful right now. No contact has been made by the two. They're going to be side by side for a full lap here. If they keep this up out of 4, they do not. Benoni almost was clear. Finally gets it done through the tri-oval. Benoni takes the spot away. That is going to be for the lead here in a few laps' time. I'm surprised Crystal has managed to last this long without pitting, but
I
I think
can't
it's just
blame him.
I think she's pretty much just hoping for a yellow at this rate.
Yeah, I mean, I really can't blame him. You're last the whole run. You might as well do a little bit of gambling.
Yeah, gotta try something. Don't really have any other options at this rate. But right now, Benoni has gotten the move done, and he's starting to pull away from the 87. Not only does Benoni want this championship, he wants this win as well. And right now, he's got the car to do it.
Yeah, no. We've seen Victor is also kind of pit around that same time. He is all way back there. He's already gone a lap down to Crystal.
Yeah, Victor has been struggling there ever since that hit to the outside wall. It visually looks like they fixed the damage internally with the car. God only knows. So, not the race that Victor wanted right now. But right now, it's pretty much just been reduced to these two cars here at the front for championship. And right now, Benoni pretty much has it secured, barring something going wrong. There's still little under 20 laps left to go. Anything can happen here. I wouldn't quite lock it up just yet. Crystal has come into the pits, and that's going to give the lead back to Gino Benoni. So that right now, if it stays green at the end, it's pretty much Benoni and Lyle for the race win. If Lyle can charge back those that second or so that he's lost on Benoni right now. But crucially for Lyle, he needs that 91 of Cole Rodriguez to catch up and be a part of this fight too. Because in order to win it, he needs it to be a tie on points. The win would be the tiebreaker. He would have to have Lyle. Lyle would have to win this race and have Benoni fall to third. But right now, as we see what the gap is, 4/10 between Lyle and Benoni. Cole Rodriguez is 3 seconds behind them. So definitely a large gap there. Not what Lyle is wanting. Would he do what a Tony Stewart would do? Tony Stewart literally did say he would wreck his mom for a championship. You think Lyle would do that?
Definitely. However, I don't know how well that would go.
Well, part of that would be up to catch him right now, and Benoni is just faster. He gained 8/100ths of a second that time around. It was a 0.41 the first time. It was a 0.49 this time around. So right now, Benoni is quicker. I don't know what Lyle has left in the tank. Benoni does have a couple lap fresher tires than Lyle, so that might be at 2/10 that time was how much Benoni has gained. So Benoni is pulling away.
And we've seen Crystal Bennett again has made their stop. They have fallen. If I can find them, goodness. I don't know where they fell to because
E8.
E8. All right.
E9. My bad. They gotta catch Truxel to get to 8th.
Ah, okay. They're there. I think they were about where they would have been.
Yeah, nothing gained, nothing lost. It was worth a shot.
Yeah. Jamison, he's actually gained a bit of time on Crystal Bennett. They were pretty close. See where Cameron Jamison ends up on this. Currently P7, like I said. The next car for position is Troxel, all the way 8th, so that'll be interesting.
Trux right now is behind Cole right now in his draft, so right now, yeah, time is starting to run out here. We're coming toward the end of this race, and we have spread out to the point where pretty much not much you could really do position-wise. I think Benoni here by the end of this lap is going to have a full second on Landon Lyle.
Yeah, one thing to note, we're also getting close to 10 to go. Start packing bags. Or, well, not start packing bags, but start getting prepared for the end of this race.
So I think, yeah, unless Lyle's been saving his stuff here for these last 10 laps, there's pretty much nothing left. If he used it all there on that first fight with Benoni, I don't imagine he has much left. 11 more laps to go for Benoni, and if it holds the way it is right now, he will be your CCRS Season 7 champion. It'll be his second title back-to-back. So he just has to hope that these next 10 laps go nice and smooth and perfect. No mistakes from here on out, as he crosses the line here to 10 to go.
Yeah, it's crazy to think 7 seasons, man. I remember season 1. They did it was basically the remnants of EPRS, and then they had a whole different thing going. And then it's kind of crazy to think it's already been 7 seasons. And yeah, Gino Benoni about to win another title here at number 24. Granted, it's not over yet, but right now he's got the advantage.
He won Season 1, Season 3, and Season 6. If he can survive these last few laps, it'll be his 4th CCRS championship, 2nd in a row. You just gotta make sure he's gained a whole another half second on Landon Lyle. I think Lyle's used up what little stuff he had up. I don't think that 87 has anything left for him. On to lap number 73. 1.9 is a second. Benoni's starting to gap Lyle by almost half a second a lap now. It was 1.6 the lap before. That 24 is found another gear and it is starting to run away with this thing.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, Lyle pushed his stuff. We seen it in that first run. He was trying to get around Garson and Colrad and just pushed too hard. Tried the undercut, got the spot, gained quite a bit of ground to get said spot. Even if it was only 2 laps, but I think he used up quite a bit of tire to get those 2 laps. And still...
Yeah, definitely spent those 2 laps pushing everything he had.
Yeah, Colrad, I think he's starting to gain on Lyle, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, right now it's second half between those two. Benoni puts up another 10th there. Yeah, this field is so spread out. The only 2 cars near each other is Troxel and Rodriguez, and those 2 aren't even on the same lap. So, yeah, right now, it's pretty much where you're running right now is where you're going to end up finishing. It's that spread out in this race, as Benoni takes 5 more laps to go. Those 2 wins on the year. He got one early in the season at Daytona, got last week's win at Pocono, and I think that last week's win has probably been the most significant one for the season, because that's given him the momentum that he has needed entering this race to do what he has needed to do. Was fast in practice, started on pole, led the most laps, and in 5 laps time, if it stays the way it is, he will walk away not only with this race win, but the CCRS Season 7 championship to get his 4th one. This race has pretty much been the definition of a hat trick for Benoni, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, I mean, basically what he did last week. Take the lead early and just run with it. I think it's more of a factor of finding that limit of how hard you can push without losing time from saving tires. He's found that golden ratio that they have here for the CCRS. Granted, not every league has everything set the same. The setups and tracks do vary from what you would see, like IFAR, DSRA, S6 leagues like that. And Gino definitely has found that rhythm that fits this.
Yeah, right in that, yeah, with it starting to wind down now. With this championship that he's about to lock up here, that will be more than half of the championship of the CCRS champions. You have Kyle Watts, Joshua Clements, and Blake Keenan, all with 1. And then once this race here ends right now in lap and a half time, Bononi will have the other 4. So that's over half of CCRS championships going to this one guy right here as he comes through 3 and 4. For the penultimate time, out of 4 he goes. Because once he crosses the line here, it'll be white flag. 1 more lap to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Started on pole. He has led the most laps easily throughout the day. Has been the car to beat pretty much since he took the lead away from Clements at the start. And as he comes down the back straightaway for the final time, it'll be his 2nd championship in a row. It'll be his 4th overall in CCRS. Gino Bononi through 3 and 4 for the final time is going to take home this race win and also take home the CCRS Season 7 championship here at Charlotte.
Masterclass there from the 24. It looks like Brandon Beal had to pit last minute? Question mark.
He did pit back on lap 50, so maybe he was just a little bit short.
That's possible. Yeah, he would have been short. Well, that's not guaranteed, but that's very possible.
Landon Lyle will have to settle for 2nd on the day and 2nd in the points. The 91 of Phil Rodriguez is going to come home 3rd. Garson comes home P4. Victor Delgado the 3rd, P5. Cameron Jamison P6. Thomas Truxell P7. Crystal Bennett P8. The 97 of Sam Sawalski P9. And then Brandon Beal will round out the top 10. And then the 92 of Clements and the 20 of TalhaDevYT did not finish this race. They will finish 11th and 12th, respectively.
Well, 80 laps, 2 pit stops, and Gino Bononi stayed ahead the whole time. He's going to burn it down here for us.
I shall take a moment to export the results and call the championship in a moment. So give me about 2 minutes.
All right. Pretty sure he's the champion. There might be
some if we are wrong,
I
don't think we are, but
yeah, I don't see any universe.
I'll wait for Cam's final word. Lyle just said it's Gino by 3 points.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking.
You'll do CCRS standings in real time, but he won't do his own.
That's so real. But yeah, I think he's waiting for the official word from Cameron Jamison. Everyone here is pretty much aware of it. Troxell's already a teammate of Gino Bononi, I'm pretty sure. He's already trying to help him out.
He's like, come on, man, you won. You can start celebrating, but I think Bononi wants the confirmation there.
This reminds me of that dual win that Eric Jones had, and he's just like standing there like, did I get it? Did I get it?
Did I win?
Yeah, I'm almost certain that Gino got it, unless there's like some hidden code in the thing. It's like, oh yeah,
somehow miscalculated the drop races or something.
Yeah. I think with I just don't see how that could formulate out. But yeah, I'll get it paused here. We'll wait on official word from Caesar, just in case. I'll go ahead and take a live look at the standings once I get that pulled up. If my Google Sheets will work. Come on, work! Alright, there we go.
They're updated. It's Bononi.
Alright. Now we're just going to wait for him to do his burnout.
Oh, is he doing the drop races now? Come on, man.
Gino has won the championship by 3 points over Landon Lyle.
Yep, there you go.
And with the confirmation, he's going to go burn it down now.
Yeah, we kind of already knew that, but hey, I mean, confirmation never hurts.
Yeah, Bononi just wanted to double check to be sure.
Yeah, no, he
didn't. It's championship number 4 for the 24 of Gino Bononi.
Man, that 10 car is busted and disgusted. Holy.
It was not the best day for Truxell, but I don't really think he cares about that right now.
No, I got bigger fish to fry. He's gonna burn on the pit road.
On the pit road? we're gonna have to find him for that one.
Yeah. Oh.
I wonder if he's trying to get to victory lane, but because this is a BR track, there's no opening to the victory lane.
Yeah, there's nowhere. I mean, unless you like somehow flip over the wall. Even then, did they even have it? They do. It's like right over there, but you can't get to it.
Yeah. Just out of reach.
Yeah, he's burning that sucker down to the ground. Yeah, full season. I think there's like, what, 12 races?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a long journey.
That's one of the shortest seasons in NR 2003 leagues.
10 or 12, yeah.
Most will be around like the 15 range, but they only have they're down to just 12. I'm having a stroke trying to form words today apparently.
I remember back in like 2023 at 12, anything higher than 12 was like a lot, and now you got like, there's so many good tracks, so many good setups and whatnot. You can provide good races. Most of the time, it isn't provided good races because everyone thinks they're going to win, and they try to win on lap one. But yeah, it's a little different from what it was a couple years ago. And as the smoke clears, the 24 has exited the track, and yeah, that is CCRS season 7. Get check on the booth, see if we got anybody in the waiting room. If it is Gino,
just Gino.
Yeah, okay, we'll go down there to him because I can't drag him up here. Alright, we'll go down there.
Channel switched.
Gino Bononi, season 7 champion, man. How we feeling?
Buddy was moved to your
Well,
channel.
I feel way better than probably any other championship due to the fact that this season was going really bad for me at the mid phase. The Indianapolis wreck really started a downward spiral for my season, but these last 2 races, I just drove the races of my life and got the job done, did everything I needed to do, maxed out my points, and brought home the championship.
Yeah, that was nicely done there. I noticed same strat as last week. Take the lead early, get that track position, and then just hit your marks to make sure you do what you need to do and stay up front towards the end. This race was really good, clean and green. There really wasn't anything too spicy. We noticed Lyle didn't qualify, Victor didn't qualify too good. When you got pole, did you feel like you had this basically on lock, or did you feel like that maybe Lyle would have had something there towards the end?
Well, it put me in a position where I wanted to do what I got my bonus point for pole, and then it put me in a decent spot to try go get most laps led, so to get that bonus point as well. So I went after that just in case I ended up finishing behind Lyle because I figured he'd be quick. Obviously, he's starting at the back, but if he won the race, I would have needed as many bonus points as I could get to help me. Luckily, I managed to grab those as well, just in case, and also put together a nice, clean race myself and brought home the win. So yeah, I feel excellent.
Well, yeah, I know you were talking a few weeks ago about at Martinsville how you were hurting. How are you feeling with that pain that was happening?
It's definitely died off. It's still there a tiny bit, but it's hasn't been an issue. I think it stopped affecting my driving maybe 3 weeks ago.
Hey, well, that's good. Duel, you got any questions?
Not really. How much do I have to bribe you to release the full Benoni list?
Ooh. I've done a drop a while ago, but there has been a lot of updates since I last publicly announced the list, so probably a good chunk of change.
I got $2. Take it or leave it.
I'll think about it.
A singular $2 bill.
I'll think about it.
All
nice
right.
crisp 2 is, that's good.
Yep. Well, congrats on the title. I know we still got NARL and IFAR. They're still running. I think NARL is going to... Shoot, where are they going? I should know this.
No, I made the schedule. I have no clue.
Yeah, there's 2 more races there left in NARL.
NARL is Memphis.
Yeah, you're not as close in the standings in NARL, but you're second going into Memphis. 2 races left there. I don't really. I mean, Steven's up there. I don't know if you could go for the title or not, but what's your confidence in those last 2 races in NARL?
Memphis has been a little bit of an unknown since we don't run it very often. Atlanta is a track that runs everywhere, and I feel like a lot of people run it, so there's a lot of experience there from everybody. So it'll be tightly contested. I don't know if I can catch Steven unless he has another disaster like he did last week at Kansas. I think that's my only shot at getting back truly into it.
Okay. Well, you got the title here. You got the win tonight. You can take that home, and I don't know if you drink beer or not, but if you do drink beer,
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Drink the night away, celebrate. But yeah,
I'm
congrats
starting
on
to
that.
think I'm the only one in this entire community that just hates the taste of beer.
See, like I'm not a big beer guy, but you know, for the bit, you gotta do it for the bit, man. It's all about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all we got for you. Congrats on the wins and the title, and probably see you tomorrow in Memphis.
Yep. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
All right.
Buddy left your channel.
All right. As for the broadcast, we just said that we were going to Memphis tomorrow. IFAR is a bit of an unknown. I don't know if I'll be there.
You won't know if the race is even happening until the day of.
That too. So depends on. I got an event I gotta go to tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll be home in time for. Where are they going? I should know this. Bristol. Ooh, that's interesting. All right. Well, if we're there for that, we're there for that. As for NARL, I'm pretty sure I'll be there for that. That is tomorrow. They're headed to Memphis for the penultimate race of the season. Stephen Gibson with a pretty decisive points lead at the moment. Dooley, you got any last comments for the call tonight?
So basically, the molasses flood in Boston, alright? So imagine you have this massive tanker of just filled with molasses in the middle of a residential neighborhood in Boston, right? Well, what happens when you don't fully make sure that it's nice and properly maintained because your company is shit is at the it ruptured. So there was the Great Boston Molasses Flood. 50 people died.
Oh, well, it's
Imagine getting killed by fucking molasses, bro. What the fuck?
yeah, I would. I mean, I would say I would, end myself, but it looks like someone else beat me to it. Shoot, that is some shower thoughts right there.
Boston is still the 10th most stickiest city in the world, by the way.
Oh wow. Okay. What's the first?
I have no idea.
All right. Well, I guess we'll end on that. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and if you didn't like it anyway, because I like it when my videos get likes.